I've been reliably informed that this is the location of Detectival 2022. Here, this area here, let's go back up to the vertical a bit. This is the entrance over here. So you'll be driving in, probably down here, down there. I'm assuming that this strip might be the camping site, and this is where they're going to have the marquee tents. Now, let's get into the assessment that I'm going to do on the location. Right, if we do this, give it a bit of 3D, as you can see, scroll back, we've got a bit of a ridge line going through here, and ridge lines are always very good. Now this town here, there's been quite a few archaeological digs. There's been an archaeological dig here, another one here where the school is, and another one, where is it? Just here somewhere. I think I'll show you in a minute, but you can see where the scarring has occurred. There's some new builds going on here, and of course when they build new houses they have to do an archaeological evaluation. I've got all those in the description below, all the evaluations, so you can look at that in fine detail if you want. But if we go back to the ridge line, which sort of goes around here and up through there, I'll draw your attention to this just here. And as you can see, let's bring it back up a bit, there is a mound going around the outside with what looks like an entrance here, and another mound going around there. There's some sort of a mound here and maybe one at the other side. It's been ploughed out a bit more, that one. But I think this is a burial mound. So it would be interesting to see whether you've got this field, because that would be really a good spot, I would have thought. Let's have a look at it in, take that one off. Oh, there we go. This is it in LiDAR without the map overlay. So you can see it a bit more clearly maybe. But I reckon that's a burial mound. If we put on this one, there we go, looks at it in a different spectrum, as you would say. So you can see that there is something definitely there. See this white area, this could indicate that it's sloping, so there's slopes up to a mound. So that could be very interesting little spot. I've also seen just here, this area here is sloping, and this is a top of a hill, and there seems to be a level area at the top, just there. Now it just might be that it's at the top of a hill and it just happens to be flat at the top, but most hills don't usually show up this very sort of striking level piece of ground. I just thought I would check scheduled monuments in Cambridgeshire. So if we scroll down, here is the town down here that has all the archaeological evaluations. Here is the site there. Let's zoom in a bit. See, there's that, maybe the bit of campsite there, look. And there are no scheduled monuments in that area. So that burial mound, it could even be a pond. Looking at it in a different way, it could be a pond, but I would side more towards burial mound. If we scroll out a bit, West Wickham. Oh, Wick means that there is a Roman villa or settlement nearby, and Ham is Saxon for village. So that could be a good spot in the future. Right, as I said before, this is some sort of a Second World War airport, for want of a better word. You can see where the old runway went through that field, look. And you can see these round things here. I think they might be old gun emplacements. There's one there. There's one there. Another one in there. And over here, where this LiDAR can see through the trees, you can see right there, look, you can see it's still in there. So if you go into those woods, if you're allowed to, go and have a look along the edge of this trackway. It might, you know, it's got quite steep sides, it might still be visible. See what it was. Ask the farmer if he turns up. So if we jump back to the 1945 picture it has, there you go, you can see it, look. I'm guessing these things might be something for putting planes in so they don't get damaged by artillery fire or German weapons. These things here, all over the place. Great big hangars, massive hangars. And over here, where I showed you a minute ago, in the woods, you can still see this. So whether that might be a plane just there. I can see something like wings, fuselage, great big plane, if it is, massive. But I can't see any decent roads to take it to the strip. So it might just be like anti-aircraft guns. But yeah, what was I looking at? Oh, this bit threw me. I found a lovely crop mark just there. Let's drag it over to the actual date. There, look at that. I thought, oh, that looks fantastic. What is it? What is it? And I scroll back to 1945. It's some sort of a building. Ugh, let down. So if we look at all these lovely crop marks, unfortunately they're all related to whatever was here during 1945. So really disappointing. Look at this here, look. You see something going up and back down there. Let's zip over to 1945 and oh, can't see anything. Still, it might be something, but then it might not be. Let's go back. Oh, too far. There. So I would put all these crop marks down to whatever was there in 1945. Oh, look. There's a tractor. There's a tractor. Oh, what's he doing? Looks like a plough. Oh, that's a plough, isn't it? That looks like a plough. So that's ploughed soil there. Okay. He's got a long job. Imagine, look at the size of that little tractor on a massive field. No wonder tractor drivers get bored. So all of this land is all probably contaminated with all sorts of war-related rubbish, and I wouldn't bother going there. But you might not have this area. See, this is the entranceway over here. This is the postcode that you've been given for the entrance. That's the spot, and that's the entrance. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put that postcode into the Portable Antiquities Schemes database for finds near to that postcode. So this is the Portable Antiquities Scheme database. So we want to go down here where it says postcode search. So I put the postcode in. 1 kilometre, let's make it 2 kilometres of that postcode. We want images, yes. Search. Right, so within that area we have 1 cut quarter, 1 Iron Age coin, a lead token, another lead token, medieval coin, no picture, and another brooch, Roman, no picture, and that's it for that area. So obviously nobody has that permission. And when were these found? 2019, 2017, 2009 and 2006. So obviously that land has not had, I'm assuming it's because it's within that postcode, because it could either go one way or the other. So nothing has been found up there. However, further down where that ridge is, I suggest that's the most probable place for searching, because a lot more has been found around near that town, a bit further down. and it is a ridge line, so you would find more stuff on the ridge because people travelled more on ridges. So that's that first postcode I just searched there, and this supposedly is. I'm hoping this is the actual site, but they wouldn't give out a wrong postcode and stuff like that before then changing their minds, because people would be travelling to this location and it would cause all sorts of upsets. So here is obviously where the arena and the tents and music and all that is going to be here. So if I click on that and get the postcode, and we can do another search with the database relating to this postcode, but this is the nearest postcode to this area, but the actual location itself could be somewhere else. So I've put in that other postcode, and this is a 2-kilometre search around it. So we've got that cut half and that those other things. We scroll down and nothing. Again, nothing around that postcode, but that postcode might not be in that location, it might be somewhere else. It's because there's no buildings, no houses. If there was a house there, they'd give a better postcode. So we can assume that between this postcode here and that postcode here, nothing has been found. Well, not nothing, but not much has been found in this location. I'm assuming that this is going to be full of all sorts of military related stuff, like bullets and bits of aircraft, aluminium that have fallen off planes. I know people have metal detected near old military sites like airports, and they say that it's just full of bits of rubbish that have fallen off planes. So if we go down to this postcode here, between that one and this one, and I'll copy that one and we'll do a search in the database again. Don't despair, there's lots of good stuff near this town. So here's the next one. This is 1 kilometre from that postcode. We've got Age Horde. Ooh, Age Horde. Didn't notice that one. So we've got coin mould. Right, really? I've never seen a coin mould before. So let's have a look at the Horde. There's no picture of it. Description. Well, you can look at all this for yourself, but does it give a location? No, it doesn't. Right, let's scroll down a bit further, but we've got lots of other Iron Age coins, loads of them. Another bunch here, look, Iron Age coin. Now, unfortunately, these were all found near to the town. So we click one, lovely Iron Age coin, and scroll down, and yeah, heavily. So they're all found in this vicinity, and the location of the Detectival is right here. You just see that line going across. Now, the portable antiquities scheme doesn't allow you to zoom in too much. You see the zoom there? Doesn't allow you to zoom in much. But you can just make out that line there, which is where the site is. So, like I said, that ridgeway that goes up across, as a ridgeway people would have travelled much more on a ridge for safety reasons. Let's go back to the 3D image. So here's here's Haverley here, look, and here's the ridgeway going through there. Look, you can see the hills going up to it, up on this side, and here's a ridgeway, and there's no other ridgeway near Haverley apart from this one. Now I've gone off the edge of my DEM, so it doesn't go further down than that. I could have made it bigger, but it makes it a bit more complicated. The program doesn't work so well, basically. So here is the ridgeway coming along, and there is our little round barrow right on the edge of the ridge. So that would have been seen for miles around. Now, one of the things I can do with this is I can give it a viewshed analysis. So we can do a viewshed analysis of this mound or nearby to see if anywhere else can be seen from it, which is a good indication, because back in the day, Iron Age people would have liked to have seen where their ancestors were buried. So it could show up other locations nearby. Right, I've carried out a view shed analysis. Now I'll put up here in the description, not in the description, I'll put it up here to a video that I've done before of how to do a view shed analysis with Google Earth Pro. So here is the view shed. So basically all these green area is where people would have liked to have seen their ancestors and their burial mound. If it turns out to be a burial mound, it might be a pond and then I'll be barking up the wrong tree, but I do think it is a burial mound. So we'll scroll out a bit, and as you can see, the town, most of the town, Sainsbury's, most of the town can see the burial mound. So that's probably why lots of Iron Age stuff has been found near to the town. And if we scroll over, there's also some little spots just there. You can see it. So what's the distance? Because you can only see so far. So if I get the measuring tool out, let's bring it down there, click on path, kilometers, let's put it in miles. We got miles, there's miles. So we'll click there and we'll click there, and that's 0.72 of a mile. So easily see that, couldn't you, if you're standing there? Right, where else? Here is an interesting area, quite close to where I found that. I did find a little hillock just there, I think. So something could be there, but it's a bit close. Normally they would have liked to have seen where their ancestors were buried. All of this ridge line through here, or the other side of the hill, this is a valley going through here. So yeah, these spots, this spot here, can see it quite easily. So basically what what a view shed is, let's get rid of that, is where you can see where your ancestors were buried. You'd like to have seen it back in the day, like seeing the church in the local village. It's got a great big tower, you know where it is. So this is another website I use. It's called it's just slightly off, the Rural Settlement of Roman Britain, and the contributors, let's go through the names. Neil Holbrook, now he was on Time Team quite a bit, Neil Holbrook, so he was a contributor. So all of these squares here, here and here is where major stuff has been found, and that view shed analysis showed up this area. So if we zoom in a bit on there, oh, something was found there, and that's also, if I click on it, it should come up. Road, medieval posts, medieval ditches, Roman occupancy, blah blah blah. Now this dotted line here is a Roman road, and there's another one going through Haverley, going through there, look. So it's all in a line with, where's our site? Ah, there it is. So all through there. So this ridge line that goes through there, I would get your metal detectors and I would detect that ridge line. Now it doesn't show us the mound, but it's right about there. And these little tiny red dots, if there are any near there, no. So nothing sort of significant has been found. There's a red dot there. Did I get it? Hold on. Archaeological evaluation, blah 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 blah. You can, if you hit some of these, sometimes it gives you a link. Anyway, I've found some archaeological evaluations and I've put them all in the description. Right, this is another one I use quite a bit, the Iridane portal. Now this one here is this little blob. That's a Neolithic flint, so you can find that with a metal detector. This is a Bronze Age ring ditch, so don't know if that's going to be on the permission, but it's quite close. So there could be Bronze Age there. We'll have a look at that in a minute on Google Earth. And this one here is a moat, so a medieval moat right there. on the ridge. Look, it's on the ridge. Well, it can't be on the ridge, can it? The water would drain away. I suppose they could put puddle clay down. I'm digressing. And if we go over to Haverley, which has the Roman road going sort of through there, if we click over here where it says dating, and we click on Roman, there we go, look, just there, 145 Roman finds have been found. You click on it and it'll expand, hopefully. Oh, look at that lot. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that, but there's something big there. They should have got that land for you. And there's lots of other, some of these things might not be particularly old. What's it say there? Archaeological evaluation. So there's been other evaluations, and I think I've got this one here in the description. So this is quite a useful little tool. And there's the site. Look, they said it was near the Cambridge border. It's on it. Cambridge, Suffolk. They're going to have two finds liaison officers, one for the north and one for the south. Right, so here's where the ring ditch is supposed to be, Bronze Age, and I can't see anything. There's something there, quite small, possibly something curving around there. Let's try the other one. Maybe something curving there. There's quite a big, maybe an old field boundary or something. Maybe it's been ploughed away. So in conclusion, I would say probably the best place to search, they'll probably put you on these fields for day one, and then they might put you on these lower fields with a bit of luck for day two. But I would concentrate on this ridge, because this ridge goes all the way along past Haverley, where a lot of Iron Age has been found in Haverley, and there's a ridge that comes through here and up. So there's an old ridgeway, they called them ridgeways, where people would travel because it was safer to travel on a ridge. So you're more likely to find stuff near my little view shed pointer thing. There are crop marks in here, but they could be old field boundaries. Nothing's really standing out. You know, it's an old field boundary because the fields were much smaller back in them days. Something there, look, possibly maybe a little field. Let's go back to 1945 just to make sure it's not something military. Nope. Back up to 18. There we go. So yeah, you know, if the site had been down here, where a huge amount of stuff has been found, right next to the Roman road, that's sort of, where is it? It comes through here. You can see it. If I scroll in there, it comes up through there and across there. Look, there's what's that? Looks like a football pitch with that circle. Let's zip it across to, oh no, you can't see that bit. That's a bit that didn't have any photographs taken of it. So yeah, in conclusion, I would say try and get as close to the town of Haverley as you can, because everywhere else doesn't seem to have much happening. Of course, you know, there's random drops. There might be something there, but you saw it on the Portable Antiquities Scheme database that not much has been found in this vicinity. More of it has been found down here near the town where the Roman road goes through. And like I said, the Ridgeway is probably your best bet. This little bit of high ground going through here, and I'm pretty sure that could be something really epic. So people would have, you know, back in the day, they might have walked up. You can see where these little channels are. Look, this is the hillside going up. So there might have been maybe people walking up from the town up to go and visit their ancestors' burial ground. And you, back in the day, you probably might have had a lot of Roman as well scattered near to this, because a site, a monument like that would have been attracted attention going back thousands of years. So this is probably something like maybe Iron Age or Bronze Age or something, and then the Saxons might have buried people there as well. So yeah, so this ridgeway up to here, I reckon, is probably your best bet. Right, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd like to read your comments below to see what you think.